Good morning, evening, or afternoon, whichever one is happening to you at this point in time. As you can see, I'm removing my tools from the storage rack from Yukon because I am putting in a Yukon workbench, a 48-inch workbench with a light. And if we're going to be specific or technical, it is 47.5 inches according to Harbor Freight's website. And by their same metric, it's 23.75 inches wide and about 61.5 inches high. So, for reference, I'm about 5'8". It comes up somewhere between my nose and my mouth. So, if that makes a better metric for you, better baseline in your head. This thing is made with the shelves being made of MDF. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically a composite material over wood, and the wood itself is kind of like softwood and hardwood if you pressed them together, like crunched them up individually and then pressed them together. So it's not going to be the most rugged thing in the world. Definitely don't take a sledgehammer to it. It will break. But if you're doing general purpose work, assembling, disassembling, if you're soldering, anything like that, it's perfectly fine. If you are soldering or using anything that's heat related, I would recommend buying a small mat just to make sure that any hot solder doesn't get onto the material. Again, even if you had a metal material, it's always good to have a fireproof or fire protected mat. Just in case of anything. If you happen to be doing any angle grinding or rotary grinding, die grinder, anything like that, you definitely don't want all those sparks hitting the backboard because it is made of pegboard. It's kind of like cork. If you ever seen that kind of material, it's it's wood, it is flammable, so maybe don't throw flaming sparks at it. Otherwise, it should be good. I wanted something that was super convenient as far as being able to just reach out and grab my own tools while I'm working, and I wanted a spot to not be on the floor. As you can see, I'm starting out with this YouTube channel, and most of the stuff has been either me in the corner or me on the floor, and that's kind of unacceptable. So I wanted to kind of raise the production value of the channel without buying a green screen and a $50,000 camera. Don't think there's a need for that. Also, I don't imagine I'll need a drone following me for a third-person view anytime soon anyway. And please don't give me any reason to spend extra money that I don't need to be spending. I have a disease. It's a problem. So that being said, the pegboard hooks are made out of steel, and the frame of the bench itself is made out of steel. The only thing that is wood are the upper shelf, the bench top itself, and the lower storage shelf. Everything else is made out of steel. So the three reasons that I wanted to get this is because, one, it's affordable. I've been looking through YouTube and seeing all the DIY people say, oh, you can make it so much cheaper and it's better and it's custom and it's this and it's that. And that's great if you have a shop or a garage or a space to do that. I do not. Now, I was looking through prices, and unless you live near a sawmill or a lumber yard, buying it from Home Depot or Lowe's or anything that is just a local hardware shop, they're going to charge their premium on the wood. There's no getting around that. And if we're looking at prices, apples to oranges, basically, it's not going to be a fair comparison, and the DIY stuff is usually more expensive. Now, again, is it going to be more beautiful and sanded, and you put a lacquer and a protectant and put a vise on it and it's going to be beautiful? Absolutely. But if you don't need all the bells and whistles, this is definitely a cheaper route to take. Recently, one of my family members said if I could build her like a housing for her kitty litter container, because the dogs were getting into it and kind of messing it up. And I said, well, I could do that, but based off of the dimensions you're giving me, I went on Amazon and you can find things that are significantly cheaper pre-made. And I'm like, I don't want to do this to you. Just buy this. And I usually hate saying that. It's usually nicer to build it with your hands, but sometimes the diminishing cost, it's not worth your ego. So if you can get it cheaper pre-built, then do that. Otherwise, you can always modify the pre-built stuff, so keep that in mind as well. So I don't have any garage or shop or anything like that, and because I live in a pretty bad neighborhood, I don't want to make it obvious that I have tools. I don't want to make myself a target for no reason, so you can understand me there. And finally, getting this thing into my apartment, it was pretty easy. I don't imagine I want to be taking a super heavy table, up into an apartment. It just doesn't make any sense, especially when there's no elevator. Let's be clear. So it was nice. It was easy. Because it's mostly hand tools that I'm using, I'm not disturbing any neighbors with a drill or a buzz saw. And it's all over just convenient. The best part about this is if I happen to accidentally overcut the wood, I don't have to just go buy more. Everything comes in the box pretty much as it is supposed to be, with pretty clear instructions. But me being somebody who is, like I said in the last video, that is my title, I am a jackass of all trades. I looked less at the words and more at the pictures, so as long as my bench kind of looks like the picture, then I'm pretty satisfied. Don't do that though. Do as I say, not as I do. Read the instructions. That can save you some frustration there. Now, as much as I can appreciate how well crafted this is, I'm also going to appreciate keeping more money in my pocket, and that means waiting for a sale. If you're not in the market for a bench right away, I'd say wait on this. And if you need to get a good price on this, you can wait till Labor Day. That's when I picked it up. Otherwise, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, Black Friday, New Year's, there's literally spring sale, winter sale, liquidation sale, parking lot sale. Like, they're trying to give this stuff away, or at the very least at a good price. So it's definitely something to take advantage of, and who am I to say no to keeping extra money in my pocket? I was able to get this for 25% off, and it came out to $111.11 with the pack of 50 pegboard hooks. So $111.11. The guy who was cashing me out was so happy. He's like, "Oh, I've never seen 111111. And we have the same last name. I have to go play the lottery." Please, no judgment, but don't play the lottery. Don't gamble. It's not good for you, and it leads to other stuff. Just keep your money in your pocket, please. I know time lapses can be super relaxing to watch, especially if you have the right music. Maybe you like watching a construction project. Maybe you like watching the ocean. Maybe you like watching plants grow super quickly. Regardless of what your taste is, I hope you like this. This is going to be a dark synthwave track by White Bat Audio. You can check out their channel and subscribe if you want to. If you don't like this vibe of music, you can go and check something else out. I'm pretty sure they have a little of something for everybody. And if you like to relax, if you want to work out to it, if you want to just, sip on a coffee while you check an email, their music is surprisingly relaxing. And the fact that they don't sue me for using their music because it's non-copyright stuff is just a bonus. So, with that being said, I hope you like the music. Enjoy. And that about does it. This bench came out great, and I'm glad that I got it. There's a 90-day return policy, so if you don't like it, 90 days, you can bring it back. And you have 30 days to add a protection plan if you want to. They have a 1 year and a 2 year plan, so if the light stops working, if the outlets on the side stop working, if the pegboards break, if anything's wrong with it, you just wrap it up, take it back, and they will change it out for you, no questions asked. So, with that being said, I'm out of here, and I hope to use this soon. Until next time, work smart.